previous class we already discussed what is magnetic dipole or wire magnet and how to calculate the magnetic field strength at an axial and equatorial point at any arbitrary point due to a magnetic dipole or wire magnet. So today we will discuss what will happen if a magnetic dipole is present in an external uniform magnetic field. So let's this is an external magnetic field. So as we know, the magnetic field or lines of force are parallel represent an uniform magnetic field which starts from north pole and ends at south pole. So this is an external uniform magnetic field of magnetic field strength B, which is directed from north to south, and here it's from left to right, and a bar magnet is placed within it. Let PQ is a bar magnet. O is the center of the magnet and 2L is the length of the bar magnet, and at P there is the south pole and at Q there is the north pole of the bar magnet, and both the poles are equal pole strength. And this is M and this is L. So initially the bar magnet is placed in the external magnetic field in such a way that the magnetic dipole moment, which is from south pole to north pole, will make an angle theta with the direction of external magnetic field B. Clear? So as the dipole is placed in such a way that the dipole moment, this is M, which is from south to north, makes an angle theta initially in the external magnetic field, and at point P here is the south pole and at point Q here is the north pole. So due to the external magnetic field, the both south pole and north pole will experience a force. As we already know, the magnetic field is defined as the magnetic force or pole strength. So for north pole, it will experience a force F equal to M into B. This is for north, which is always along the direction of magnetic field. And for south pole, the force will be M into B, and this is negative. As for south pole, the force will be always opposite to that of the direction of magnetic field strength. So here, for north pole, the force Fm will be along this direction, as the field is acting from left to right. And for south pole, the force will be opposite to that of B. So here B is acting from left to right. So for south pole, the force will be along this. Clear? And both force on south pole and north pole have equal magnitude, as the magnetic field is uniform and the pole strength of both the poles are same. So the force acting on north pole and acting on south pole, both are opposite in direction but have equal magnitude. So here we can write the force on north pole is equal to negative of force on south pole, or we can write the magnitude of force on north pole will be equal to the magnitude of force on south pole, which is equal to M into B. But as both the forces are acting opposite to each other and have equal magnitude, so they will cancel. Each other. So what will be the F net, which is equal to F on north plus F on south pole, and from this we know north and south both are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So the force net acting on the dipole due to the external magnetic field will be 0. Clear? As MB plus MB both are opposite in direction, here the force on north pole will acting on this direction, force on south pole will be acting on this direction. These two are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So the net force will be the sum of these two forces, which will be 0. That means this implies the net force acting on the dipole, on the magnetic dipole, external magnetic field is 0. As net force is 0, so the dipole have no linear motion. As the net linear force or net force acting on the dipole is 0, so there will be no linear motion of the dipole. Clear? But okay, so as here the net force acting on the magnetic dipole is due to the external magnet 0, so there will be no linear motion in the dipole. But here the both forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, but they are acting along different line of action. As this force is acting along this line and this force is acting along this line. So as both the force on north and force on south pole due to the external magnetic field are acting along different line of action, and both are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So they constitute a couple. Okay, as these two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, so they constitute a couple which will produce a torque. Okay, due to the couple there will be a torque produced for which the dipole will observe a turning effect. So how to calculate the torque which will produce due to the external magnetic field when a dipole is present in the field. So as here is a force on the north pole which is acting along the direction of magnetic field, and another force on south pole which is acting along opposite to the direction of magnetic field. Both are equal in magnitude. So due to this is the dipole. One force is acting along this direction towards this, and another force is acting on this direction. These two are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So the dipole will turn like this, or the dipole will experience a torque due to these couple of forces. So what will be the value of torque? So tau, we know the torque acting on a body is called R plus F in vector form. What is R? It is the momentum. And what is force? This is the linear force which is acting on the body, and this will, the cross product of these two will be give us the what? The torque. So R is the perpendicular distance of point of application of force to the point where we want to calculate the torque. Clear? R is the perpendicular distance. This is the perpendicular distance of point of application of force and the point about which torque is calculated. Torque will be calculated. Clear? So as here this is a force and here is another force. These two forces are acting on this dipole, and due to these two forces there will be a turning effect or torque will produce. So for this case, if we want to calculate the torque about this center, as this is the dipole and the due to these two couple of forces, the dipole will turn like this, or it will basically turning about this center or this axis. So if we want to calculate the torque due to this force and this force about this point, then what will be the value of torque? As this is the force and about this center O, we want to calculate the torque. So what is the distance, perpendicular distance of this point of application to point about which we want to calculate torque? As we know, the total length of the dipole is 2L, that is from S, P to Q. So this is O, center of the dipole. So from O to Q, the length will be L. And as the dipole makes an angle theta with the direction of uniform magnetic field, so this perpendicular distance from this point will be this much. So this will be L sin theta. Similarly, for this force, we want to calculate the torque for this point O. So similarly, from P to O, the length will be L. Again, the angle between B and the direction of L will be theta. So from this point, the perpendicular distance also L sin theta. Here, so here the perpendicular distance is L sin theta, and here the perpendicular distance is L sin theta. So as the force is along this direction, and from this point, the direction of R will be like this. So the cross product R cross F will be like this, inward. So the torque due to Fa, tau due to Fa will be how much? R perpendicular cross Fm, which can be from this diagram. We know what is the R perpendicular, L sin theta, into Fn will be how much? Mv. And direction is as the term R cross F. This is R, this is F. So direction will be inward. L sin theta into Mv. Direction will be inward. Similarly, this is torque due to force Fn. So again, torque due to force Fs will be how much? Here the force acting along this direction, and about this point we have to calculate the torque. So from this, the perpendicular distance will be this. Okay, so now the torque due to force Fs, the force acting on the south pole, will be how much? Here we want to calculate the torque above O. So the perpendicular distance direction will be like this, which is again L sin theta, and force acting along this direction. So tau due to Fs, here this is the vector term due to the torque for force Fn, and this is the magnitude, which will be L sin theta Mv, and direction will be inward. And R cross F, here R cross F will show the direction inward. Similarly, for torque due to the south force on south pole will be again how much? The R perpendicular from the center O to the point of application of force Fs cross the force Fs. Again, the magnitude will be how much? R perpendicular, again it will be L sin theta. Again, Fs will be how much? Mv. And again the direction R cross A. Here will be the R perpendicular, and again R cross A will be inward. Let it be equation 1, equation 2. So from equation 1 and equation 2, the total torque acting on the dipole due to force Fn and Fs will be how much? Both are along same direction, so they will be added up. So F net will be how much? So F tau net will be how much? As these two torque are in same direction, so they will be simply added up. Tau due to the force Fn plus torque due to the force Fs. So it will be how much? L sin theta into Mv plus L sin theta into Mv. This will become how much? 2L sin theta into Mv. As we know, 2L is the length of the dipole, and M is the pole strength of either poles of the dipole. So what will be the product? 2L into M. This 2L into M will become how much? 2L is the length of the dipole, and M is the pole strength of either poles of the dipole. So 2L into M will be the dipole moment of the magnetic dipole. So it will become capital M B sin theta equal to the tau net acting on the magnetic dipole, which is placed in an uniform magnetic field of magnetic field strength B, and theta is what? The direction between magnetic moment, dipole moment, and the external magnetic field, or in vector form. This can also be written as tau net equal to M is the vector and B is also vector, M cross B. Clear? So here we calculate the total amount of torque acting on a magnetic dipole due to an external magnetic field. What is theta? Theta is the direction between magnetic dipole moment and field strength. If the theta value is 0, if theta equal to 0, that means if this is the magnetic field strength direction and the dipole is placed like this, here it's south and north, so dipole moment will be like this and B will be like this. So in this case, the theta between M and B is 0. So what will be the value of tau net? Equal to M B sin 0, which is equal to MB sin 0 is 0 equal to 0. So when the dipole is placed along the direction of magnetic field, the torque acting on it will be 0. Similarly, if theta is 180, again sin 180 equal to 0. So tau net will become how much? MB sin 180, which is equal to 0. So when if the dipole is placed in such a way that the magnetic dipole moment direction makes an angle 180 with the direction of magnetic field, that means if the dipole is placed like this, the field strength will be along this direction and the dipole will be placed in such a way that here is the south pole and here is the north pole and the direction of dipole moment will be like this. Then the angle between B and A, here is 180 degree along this direction is B and along this direction M, here the angle will be 180. Again the torque will be how much? 0. Clear? But when the dipole is placed perpendicular like this to the external magnetic field, south, north, and this is the direction of M. Here the angle between B and M is 90. So what will be the torque? Tau net equal to M B sin 90, which is equal to MB. At sin 90 have value maximum 1. So the torque will be acting on a dipole will be maximum when it is placed perpendicular to the external magnetic field. Clear? So this is all about the torque acting on a magnetic dipole which is placed in a uniform magnetic field. So if a dipole is placed in a uniform magnetic field, there will be no linear motion in the dipole, but the dipole have angular motion due to the effect of torque. Okay. So here we already calculate the net torque on the dipole with the external magnetic field. We have a MB sin theta, which we here calculate about this point O due to force Fn and Fs. But as the net linear force or total force acting on this dipole is 0, so we can calculate the torque due to these two forces about any point, and the torque will be same. So for convenience, we can also calculate the torque in place of O about point S or point L. If we for considering the torque due to these two forces about point P, so if the torque we want to calculate about point P, so it will be how much? The torque due to force Fn plus torque due to force Fs about point P. So as the force Fs is passing through the point P, about which we want to calculate the value of torque due to force Fs, so it will become how much? The torque due to force Fs about point P plus torque due to force Fn about point P. Here it will be how much? R perpendicular into Fs. So from point P, we want to calculate the torque due to force Fs and which is passing through this point. So the R perpendicular for this force will be how much? 0. So this term will become how much? 0. Plus force due to Fn, torque due to force Fn about point P. So here is the force Fn acting at point Q. And here we want to calculate the torque due to this force. So what is the perpendicular distance? Now the perpendicular distance will be this much. Okay, as this length is 2L and this angle is theta, so this length will become how much? 2L sin theta. This is the perpendicular distance and this is the direction of R perpendicular, and here is the force. So it will become how much? Fl into R perpendicular will be how much? 2L sin theta. So we can write Fl will be how much? MB. So it will be MB into 2L sin theta, which can be written as how much? Capital MB sin theta. which is same as the result we will get in the previous case when we calculate the torque about point O. So when there is net force acting on a body is 0, then torque due to all the forces about any point will be same. So this is the total value of torque net acting on the dipole due to the external uniform magnetic field. Here we can also consider another case. If the field is not uniform, that means the strength of the magnetic field is different at different position. So if the field will be like this, that means the strength is more here and minimum here. And if we place the dipole here, then these two forces have opposite in direction, but the strength will not be same. That means here the strength will be more as B at this point A is larger than B at this point B. So the force at A and B, if here is south pole and here is north pole, both have different magnitude. So due to different magnitude, if due to different magnitude, the net linear force will never be 0. So there will be a net resultant linear force due to which the dipole will start moving linearly, and due to these two forces there is also a angular motion. So in non-uniform magnetic field, the dipole have both linear and angular motion. Clear? So this is all about torque acting on a dipole. Now we will discuss if it will experience a torque, then it will start to rotate. So if we want to rotate the dipole, what amount of work we will do? So what is the work done by rotating a dipole in a external magnetic field? So let us calculate how to determine the amount of work done. Okay, so now let us calculate what will be the amount of work done by rotating a magnetic dipole in an external uniform magnetic field. So let us draw the figure first. There is a external magnetic field which is uniform, having field strength B. Okay, so here is an external uniform magnetic field divided from left to right, and here we are to place a dipole. Okay, so this is a dipole. Here is the south pole and here is the north pole. This is the center of the dipole and the total length of the dipole is 2L. Clear? As the dipole is placed in an uniform magnetic field, as previously we discussed, it will experience a torque. And what is the value of torque? Tau equal to mb sin theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between magnetic dipole movement direction and magnetic field strength. So here is the south pole and here is the north pole. So the direction of M will be along this, and initially B is along this. So theta will be the angle between these two. Clear? So as here is the north pole, it will experience a force along this direction, which is equal to mb, as pole strength of both the poles of the dipole is M, and the south pole will experience a force along this direction, that is again mb. As we discussed previously, this is Fn, this is Fs. Clear? So if we want to rotate this dipole from any position theta to any further position theta 2, or if initially this position let be theta 1, and from this position we want to rotate this dipole to any further position,
start.
Okay, so here initially the dipole is placed, which makes an angle theta with the direction of magnetic field strength. So the torque acting on it will be this much. You already calculated this one previously. So now if we want to displace this dipole from this position to any further position, let this be N dash and S dash by a small angle d theta. So what will be the work done during this displacement? As the dipole is previously like this, and due to this, the external magnetic field put a torque along this direction. If you want to rotate like this, but we want to rotate this dipole from this position to any further position d theta. So we have to apply an external force which is similar to this torque, but in opposite direction. So the dW work done due to the external agent to rotate this dipole from this initial position to any further position along anti-clockwise direction by d theta will be how much? dw equal to the torque dot the displacement d theta. As the angular displacement is d theta in anti-clockwise and the external force is applied along this direction, because due to the external magnetic field the torque is along this direction. If the dipole is released, it will rotate like this. Okay, so here this is the torque applied by the external agent to rotate the dipole by an angle of d theta, or we can say the angular displacement of the dipole will be d theta. As the torque acting on this by the external field, so the tau value will be same as that of this one, but opposite to the torque due to the external magnetic field. So in this case, if the dipole is placed like this, due to the external magnetic field, it will experience a torque or it will rotate like this. So the torque will be inward. But we want to rotate the dipole from this position to this position. So we have to apply a torque opposite to this, like outward. So here the magnitude of the torque by the external agent will be same that of the external magnetic field, but the direction will be opposite because we have to rotate it like this. So here the rotation or direction of torque will be outward, and as we displace the dipole d theta along this direction, that means the angular displacement by the dipole will be again same as that is outward. So this can be written as, or the magnitude will be how much? Tau d theta, and let the angle between the torque and the direction of angular displacement will be how much? As both are outward. The torque will be outward and the angular displacement will be outward. So here theta will be how much? 0 degree. So it will become tau d theta equal to dw. This is the amount of work done by external force agent to rotate the dipole by an angular. Okay, so this will be the amount of work done by the external agent to rotate the dipole from this position to this position by a displacement d theta, and the value of the external torque by the agent will be same as that of the torque due to the external magnetic field but in opposite direction. So here is the value of work done due to a small displacement d theta. But if so, by putting this one in this, if this is F applied, this same as the F due to external magnetic field. Both have same magnitude but in opposite direction. So here the F will be applied. So this can be written as how much? dw equal to m b sin theta d theta. Here 0 means what? The as the direction of d theta and torque applied is both outward. So the theta naught, or the angle between the angular displacement and torque is how much? 0 degree. As we look at this like this, the outward will be the angular displacement and we are applying the external torque along this direction because we want to rotate like this. The angular torque will be, or the direction of torque will be outward. So both are outward, so the angle theta will be how much? 0. So this will be the amount of work done by rotating the dipole by an amount d theta. So if we want to rotate the dipole from any initial position theta 1 to any further position theta 2, what will be the total amount of work done? This will be the integrating this one. So for rotating the dipole from any position theta 1 to theta 2, the total work done will be how much? dw equal to integration of 0 to w, which is equal to mb sin theta d theta, integration from theta 1 to theta 2. So this implies we can write the w net amount of work done. Mb is constant, so take it out from theta 1 to theta 2 sin theta d theta. What will be the integration of sin theta? It will be minus cos theta. So the total work done will be mb minus cos theta, limit from theta 1 to theta 2. Clear? So this can be written as, here we can write this, the w will be how much? mb upper limit minus cos theta 2 minus of minus cos theta 1 should be plus cos theta 1. So by rearranging this, it will become how much? Mb into cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So this will be the expression for total amount of work done by the external agent to rotate the dipole from any initial position. Remember, your theta 1 is the initial position from which we want to rotate the dipole to any final position theta 2. And what is theta 1 and theta 2? Initially the angle made by the dipole moment with the external magnetic field. And what is theta 2? The final angle between the magnetic dipole moment and the external magnetic field. Clear? So here we can calculate some special cases.
3.
Okay, so this is the net amount of work done where theta 1 and theta 2 are the initial and final position. So here we can write theta 1 for the initial position of the dipole and theta 2 equal to final position of the dipole. Okay, so let's case 1. If theta 1 equal to 0 and theta 2 equal to 90. That means if initially the dipole is placed like this, the direction between dipole moment and magnetic field strength, external magnetic field strength is 0. And we want to rotate it to such a position that the angle between A and B will become how much? 90 degree. So the work done will be how much? By the external agent MB. Cos theta 1 0 minus cos 90. So this will be how much? MB. Cos 0 is 1 minus cos 90 to 0. This will be how much? MB. So MB is the work done by the external agent when the dipole is rotated from 0 degree to 90 degree. Similarly, case 2. If theta 1 equal to again 0 degree but theta 2 equal to 180 degree. That means we want to rotate the dipole from this position to this position. What will be the work done? MB cos 0 minus cos 180. So this implies the work done will be MB. Cos 0 will be how much? 1 minus cos 180 will be minus 1. It will become 1. So the work done will be 2MB. Clear? Similarly, okay, next case 3. If theta 1 equal to 90 and theta 2 equal to any further angle theta, then what will be the total work done by rotating the dipole? It will become MB cos 90 minus cos theta 2, which is theta. So it will become MB cos 90 is 0 into minus cos theta. So it will become minus MB cos theta. This is the amount of work done by the external agent to rotate the dipole from perpendicular position. That means theta 1 is 90 degree. The dipole is initially like this, and we have to rotate it to any further angle theta. So this will be the total amount of work done. And here in this case, this amount of work done by the external agent will be stored within the magnetic dipole as magnetic potential energy of the dipole. Clear? So this amount of work done will be stored within the dipole as what? Magnetic potential energy of the dipole. So what is magnetic potential energy of the dipole? The amount of work done by the external agent to rotate the dipole from perpendicular position in an external uniform magnetic field to any other position where the angle between magnetic dipole moment and external magnetic field is theta. Clear? So we can write the potential energy of a magnetic dipole placed in an external uniform magnetic field is the amount of work done by the external agent to rotate the dipole from theta equal to 90 degree to any place theta. Here, so potential energy of a magnetic dipole placed in an external uniform magnetic field is the amount of work done by the external agent to rotate the dipole from theta equal to 90 to any place theta. This amount of work done, as we have calculated W for mv sin theta, so this also can be written as the potential energy U equal to minus mv cos theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between magnetic dipole moment and external magnetic field. Clear? So this value is the value of potential energy of a magnetic dipole placed in a uniform magnetic field. Clear? Okay, so this is the expression for magnetic dipole, the potential energy of the magnetic dipole placed in an uniform magnetic field, where M is the dipole moment, B is the external magnetic field strength, and theta is the angle between dipole moment and magnetic field strength. So now let us calculate the potential energy of the magnetic dipole for some special positions. Let case 1, when theta equal to 0 degree. That means the angle between magnetic field strength and dipole moment is 0. Then what will be the value of potential energy of the magnetic dipole? So let this is B and the dipole is placed like this. There is south pole and north pole. So dipole moment will be along this direction. So theta will be 0. So U equal to how much? Minus mb cos 0 degree, as theta equal to m and b is 0, so it will be minus mb. Clear? So when the dipole is placed in such a way that the dipole moment and the external magnetic field are along same direction, the potential energy of the magnetic dipole will be minus mb. Clear? Let it be question 1. Similarly, case 2, when theta equal to pi by 2 or 90 degree. That means if this is the external magnetic field, the dipole is placed like this. Here is the magnetic dipole moment M and here is B. The angle is 90 degree. So here U equal to how much? Minus mb cos 90. So this will become how much? 0, as cos 90 will be 0. So here the potential energy of the dipole will be 0. Similarly, case 3, when theta equal to 180 or pi, that means the angle between external magnetic field strength B and the dipole moment, let it be south and north, the dipole moment will be along this direction M, is 180 degree. So here the potential energy how much? Minus mv cos 180. This implies U equal to minus mv cos 180 will be minus 1, it will become mv. Okay, so this will be equation 2 and this is equation 3. So from equation 1, 2 and 3, we conclude that the potential energy at this case, when the angle between magnetic dipole moment and external magnetic field is 180 degree, is maximum, and it is minimum when the angle between external magnetic field and magnetic dipole moment is 0 degree. That means in this case, when both M and B are along same direction, the potential energy is minimum, and when both are in opposite direction, the potential energy will be maximum. So at here in case 1, the potential energy minimum, this will be the stable equilibrium position of a magnetic dipole in an external magnetic field. And as in case 3, when both are in opposite direction, the potential energy is maximum. This will be the unstable equilibrium position of the dipole. Clear? So we can say that as potential energy is minimum at case 1, so here you can write as potential energy is minimum in case 1, that means when theta is 0 degree, or you can write in case 1, that means theta equal to 0 degree. It is the stable equilibrium position of the magnetic dipole. Clear? That means if in this case when M and B both are along same direction, the magnetic dipole will remain in stable equilibrium. That means if we slightly disturb this dipole or slightly rotate this dipole from this position, it can again regain its initial position. That means if the dipole is placed like this, here is south pole and north pole, this is the direction of M and this is the direction of B, the angle will be 0. So if we rotate like this or disturb this dipole to this place, here will be north pole and here will be south pole, as the magnetic field along this direction. So north pole will be experience a force along this and south pole will be experience force along this. So if it is initially like this and it will rotate like this, so this force and this force again try to make the initial position of the dipole. That's why this dipole will remain in what? Stable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium means if we slightly disturb this dipole from this position, it can again regain its initial position. Clear? Similarly, as U is maximum in case 3, that is theta equal to 180 degree, it is the unstable equilibrium position of the magnetic dipole. That means in this case, or let me draw the figure once again. This is the direction of magnetic dipole, external magnetic field B, and we are placing a magnetic dipole such that south pole is here and north pole is here, and the dipole moment will be like this. Clear? So the angle between M and B will be 180. So if we displace this dipole slightly, so here will be the north pole and here will be the south pole again. So as the magnetic field direction will be this, so the north pole will experience a force along the direction of external magnetic field like this, and the south pole will experience force like this. So if initially the dipole is like this and we slightly disturb to this position, the north pole will experience a force along the direction of field and south will be experience a force opposite to the direction of field. So it will continue to rotate. It can never regain its initial position. So that means when the angle between M and B is 180, the dipole is in unstable equilibrium. That means if we slightly disturb this position or slightly rotate the dipole from this position, it will never come back to its initial position. So this position is known as what? Unstable equilibrium of the magnetic dipole. Clear? So this is all about how to calculate the torque acting on a magnetic dipole when it is placed in an external magnetic field. What is the amount of work done by an external agent to rotate the magnetic dipole, and what is the potential energy stored within the magnetic dipole due to the application of external torque by any agent, and what is the condition for stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium. Okay, so next class we will discuss further. Thank you.